Yeah, Ben, go for it.
All right, cool. Um, Welcome back, everybody. I'm sorry, I have not been able to participate in the WhatsApp group. My life is busy and insane at the moment, and I just want to hang out and play with you guys. But I'm really excited to see that you're doing that. It makes me giddy to see activity there. I see that it slowed a bit. That's about as much as I know. Is that I'm getting less pings about it. I hope it's not because there was some critical thing that I could have helped you with, but I'm sure Earl can. And I'm gonna do a quick review, okay, especially for Aurora and Denise. Hi, Aurora and Denise, welcome. And then I don't know, if that jogs your memories and you had some questions that were bothering you, then before we go to new material, ask me some stuff, or if things came up from the group, or if not, then we'll just go on to new material from there. No big whoop. Okay? Okay. On my screen, just this button, and then this button, and then over here, and then over here. Okay, so where am I? It looks like I'm on Jane. Jane, what's the definition of a reason?
Hi. Oh, I'm muted. I'm
No,
not anymore.
no, you're there. You got it.
Anything that is explaining why a thing is a thing?
Yeah, fine. I mean, basically, right? I mean, the formal way they put it, that which is put forth as a reason. So, dogs are blue because they bark. Is that a reason, Jane?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good. And let's see. Oh, I'm gonna give you a little marker. Ilana's not here. No, Ilana is here. You're here. There you are. Definition of a correct reason?
A reason that holds the three relationships.
Yeah, right. A reason in which the three relationships hold, something like that. Yeah, great. Critical piece of terminology being the three relationships. Okay, so probably gonna be on, okay, Sarah Corniswit. You're here?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Would you give me, for the sake of figuring out the three relationships, the three parts of a logical statement?
The three parts of a logical statement are the subject, the assertion, and the reason.
God bless you. Okay, cool. Right, agreed. I accept. So, ducks are blue because they're fast. What's the subject?
Ducks,
Assertion.
blue, that ducks are blue
Uh-huh. Reason.
because they are fast.
Great news. Glad to hear it. Okay. Hannibal, are you with us? You are. I feel like you are. All right. I'll come for you again.
Hey, sorry, I'm here.
Great. We win. The first of the three relationships.
The subject is the reason.
Yeah, the subject is the reason. So in the case of the syllogism that we just stated, I'll state it for you again if you want. Extra credit if I don't state it again. But I'll state it again if you want.
The subject is ducks. Ducks are, I think you said blue? Oh, no, that's the assertion, sorry. Ducks are fast?
No, you had it.
Or they're blue?
Why?
I forget the full statement.
Ducks are blue because they're fast. Now,
Yeah,
give me the first relationship.
So, ducks are fast.
Great news. Okay, you win. We win. Great. Let's see. Michael, things are getting gnarlier now. Second test.
Yep. If the reason is true, then the assertion must be true.
Yeah, right. Or you could say if something is the reason, then something must be the assertion. And would you play it out for me in the case of this particular syllogism we happen to be working on at the moment?
Yeah, if ducks are fast, then they must also be blue. Then ducks.
Almost. I need a volunteer to criticize Michael.
I can criticize myself.
Okay, good. Any volunteer will do. I accept. What's the critique?
I changed the language of the assertion, of the reason.
What would you say instead?
Say if a thing is, oh, actually, and I included the subject, and we just needed to remove that. If a thing,
That's the main thing I'm looking for.
yeah, if a thing is fast, then a thing must be blue.
Yeah, if something's fast, it's got to be blue. If something's fast, it's got to be blue. You see? That's the second test. All right. Wonderful. Sweet. Cool. The only thing better than getting it perfect the first time is correcting yourself. I actually think is infinitely more valuable. Rachel, how about the third relationship?
I knew you were going to call on me because I was just about to ask if someone could remind me of the logical statement. Would you mind repeating the logical statement? I just got tripped up.
I don't mind. How about, look, since what if I'm gonna pop quiz Aurora on it because she hasn't been pop quizzed yet, and it's definitely not fair to do that to her. So Aurora, do you remember our three-part syllogism that we're working with at the moment? Well,
Ducks are blue. Ducks are fast because they are blue.
oh, you had it the first time. Ducks are
Ducks are blue because they are fast.
wonderful. Okay, so well done. All right, Rachel, channel that into a third relationship. You look like a football player.
If something is not blue, it is not fast.
Yeah, if something ain't blue, then it ain't fast. Yeah, great. Yeah, yeah. If something's not two, the assertion, then it's not three, the reason. Someone will warn me if something critical happened in the chat. I'm not going to open it because I'm sharing my screen.
I just typed out the logical statement.
You don't. Okay, well, we'll change it next time. Okay, you guys do me a favor. It's fine. I'm telling you not to now. I didn't tell you not to before. Now I'm telling you not to. Only after this point, if you do it, are you naughty. At this point, you're not yet naughty. You could achieve it in the future, but you haven't. Okay. One of the most powerful skills that you will develop as our special crack squad of super debaters is you'll remember the syllogism. You see, I want you to have it. All right. Technically, you should not be looking at the Googles or whatnot as you debate. It should be all in your head. Now, we are on the internet here, so I can't say you can't bring your computer to the debate ground. Because here we are. The debate ground is our computer at the moment. But as much as possible, okay, from out of your noggin, but it's fine. Okay, for the sake of this one, it's fine. And maybe we'll make it difficult by switching things up. Okay, so we just reviewed class 1. To review class 2, okay, the 4 responses, okay, the 4 responses, and there are 2 responses to an assertion, 2 responses to a reason. Let's see. Oh, we're way up here. Oh, back to Stephen. Would you kindly give me the 2 possible, no, give me, yeah, let's do it. Give me the 2 possible responses you can give to an assertion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, it's right there.
You didn't finish the first one yet.
No, what do you mean? Duh? You want the English for it?
Oh yeah.
Which would mean yes. Like,
Fine. I'll take it. Just remember, as you know, our crack squad of debaters, every time you say the Tibetan, you say the English, okay?
okay.
Shows that you know it, and it teaches everyone around you, okay? So you just reflexively, duh, that's right, okay? Duh, that's right, son of a gun, okay? Profanity is generally encouraged in the debate ground. That's probably not true. It's probably not a good idea. You guys will have to work that out. Sure, duh, that's right. Or,
I can't remember the Tibetan, but I know it's why.
yeah, the English is more important than the Tibetan, but you got to know the Tibetan. Who's
And
going to help it?
a why as in you don't agree? Like that's implied?
Yeah, it is implied. And
Teacher.
Ah, yes.
who said that?
Hannibal.
Hannibal, cool. A note on, it's not even a note on pronunciation, okay? It's a stylistic note, okay? Chi-cheer is correct, okay? But what you say on the debate ground is chi-cheer, okay? Chi-cheer, okay? There's something about the E that should take too long. Chi-cheer, all right? I don't know, it's not written that way in the Tibetan. It's not obvious. It wouldn't come that way off the page, but it's a thing that you do that dorks know that you say chi-cheer, okay? Everyone say to yourselves, chi-cheer. Deafening. Good. You were all muted. It's fine. I'm sure everyone did it. Great. Stephen, you are wearing a shirt.
You want me to take it off?
That is so not one of the two responses to an assertion.
Sorry, I didn't know we're not supposed to wear shirts to this. Okay. Duh.
Okay, I see you guys passing notes in class. Is there anything I have to know? It's fine. Okay, good. So it's like putting a virtual kick me sign on my back when I'm not looking. Great. Your shirt is blue.
Teacher. Why?
Oh, good. There it is. Great. Super. Yeah, good. Chi-cheer. Why? Why would you say that? Good. Let's see. Yeah. Check. Okay. Good. Agreed. Chi-cheer. Okay. Duh. Chi-cheer. Okay. Tyler, while we're there, okay, do you have a kvetch? Do you have a thing? Do you have a situation that you need to talk about on the topic of chi-cheer? And it seemed like you weren't totally satisfied and something came out about it. And where are you with the topic?
Yeah, I think maybe it would make sense to ask the question. We may address it. It's more about kind of like the context of the question in like a larger debate, like whether if you don't know whether or not something is true.
Oh yeah.
Basically, like if there are situations where you're asking why because you actually mean why, not I disagree, but why. Like, how does that play out in a larger? Kind of the gist of my question. There's like some nuance to the question, but
totally right. So does chi-cheer necessarily mean why? Does it mean no? Does it mean you do or don't agree? Does it mean you do or don't understand the question? Does it mean you just want to see what happens if you say chi-cheer and let it ride? You see, it's all of these or any of these, and you don't have to show your hand. You see, and it should work itself out in the mix. You know, if I'm not sure, I'm probably going to say chi-cheer, right? If the answer for me, Tyler has a pony named Steve. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if he does or not, and I'm expected to accept that or not accept that. I'm going to say chi-cheer. Maybe he does have a pony named Steve. I don't know, but I'm going to need some more information to back that up. All right. So teacher has like a lot of utility. It generally means you don't agree, okay? And you do, so if you say teacher and you just don't know, and I say, oh, so you're telling me Tyler doesn't have a pony named Steve? And you're just like, look, I don't know if he does, okay? Does that mean that you kind of like have to take it on the chin that you disagreed with something when you don't even know if it's true or not? Yeah, kind of. It can go that way, you see? So yeah, it'll probably work out in repetition. But yes, generally cheat cheer is sort of a negation, is sort of saying, no, I don't agree that my shirt is blue. But it asks for a reason. So Sarah Blackburn, I will only make you give me one of the two, kindly, if you would. The first of the two responses to a reason.
Okay. Oh, I had to look at my notes. Tamadrup, the subject isn't the reason.
So close. I mean, it's basically right, okay? In a perfect fantasy, I would want you to translate it only within the context of the three-part syllogism we've been practicing. Now, it's been a while since we mentioned it, which I'd like you to remember off the top of your head, but since luckily Rachel wrote it in the chat, it helps because it's been so long.
Okay, I won't look at the chat. Tamadrup, if something is fast, it is not necessarily blue.
Not so much.
Oh, okay, never mind. I don't remember.
Tamadrup, tell me, Tamadrup means what again?
Oh, right. Tamadrup means that the subject, sorry, it's not opening. The subject is not the reason.
So the subject is?
Oh, ducks.
What aren't they?
So ducks are not blue? No.
No. When you say no, you mean no?
I don't know what I mean.
You didn't mean to say blue, so I want to know what you do mean to say.
Ducks are not fast?
God bless. Wonderful.
Okay. Yeah.
Fantastic. Cool. Yeah, right. So, Tamadrup, ducks aren't fast. Tamadrup, ducks aren't fast. That's it. Okay? Tamadrup, ducks aren't fast. Oh, consider ducks. They're blue because they're fast. Tamadrup, ducks aren't fast. Okay? Great. That's it. Beautiful. Okay, so Tyler, we just chatted, but I'm going to pick on you again anyway. The other response to a reason, Tyler, is what?
Kappa Mahjong, just because something is fast doesn't.
Basically, Jung, Kappa Mahjong, think okay, like two O's, okay, Kappa Mahjong, okay, Kappa Mahjong, okay. You got two parts, okay, you got two parts to this, okay. One, it means you do accept something. What do you accept if you say Kappa Mahjong?
That ducks are blue.
That ducks are?
The ducks are blue, or sorry, that ducks are fast. My bad.
Good. Yeah, right. So Kappa Mahjong kind of starts with a yes. You know, Kappa Mahjong. Oh yeah, I agree. Kappa Mahjong. I agree. Okay, ducks are fast, but that doesn't make them blue. Okay, Kappa Mahjong. Yeah, ducks are fast. Doesn't make them blue. Okay, this is the crux, okay? This is the crux of the thing. Everything we do is geared towards this class, basically, okay? We did a setup that gears you towards understanding this, which was we had a class on the three relationships. Understanding the three relationships is understanding the four responses. Everything we're basically doing together is to get good at the 4 responses. Tyler, you remember maybe the main thing I said was going to help you guys to really install the 4 responses into your life. We talked about it even before we gathered for a class, and that is, do you remember?
Reps.
Yeah, reps. Do it and 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 do it. Have a buddy, have a friend, call your friend, do it back and forth, say stupid stuff to each other back and forth, do it again and then do it again and then do it again until you just naturally, right? Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until it is installed in you. Okay, and then your brain will start to rewire, okay? And then you will start hearing the turkeys around you through the lens of Tamadrup and Kyabamajung, the nice, holy, lovely turkeys around you.
And I think the issue we had in the WhatsApp group was like, after you say one of these, then what?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. I'm going to hold your question. I'm going to let other people ask questions that are relevant to this material, and I'm going to do a whole class just for you. So thank you for asking. Anyone else have any questions on that material that we've covered so far?
Zip.
Zip. Zip. That's Sarah.
I have a question.
Okay, I can only hear hands if they're very loud, and that takes the focus from the screen. You somehow, the rush of air did happen to bring you to focus. But yeah, go for it. There's also a hand button somewhere.
Yeah.
Sarah, what do you got?
So for Kyabamajung, do we talk about the subject or do we talk about anything? So it would be just because something is fast doesn't mean it's blue, or just because ducks are fast don't mean that.
Boy, ask Michael's cat. I mean, Michael knows the answer to this, right? Because he just corrected himself, right? He just caught this, right? No one in the world knows this better than Michael right now, okay? It's any subject at all, okay? It's any subject at all. The last 2 tests don't revolve around the subject, okay? So it's, if anything at all whatsoever is fast, it's got to be blue, or this reason is no good, okay? So it's not ducks.
Got it.
Okay. Sarah Blackburn, you also had a question.
Yeah, but you may have started to answer it. I was just wondering if you could review that one rule of like whatever your friend's name was, of the like subject and the assertion have to have the same like pronoun or something?
Yeah, it's like pronoun or something like that. I mean, I feel the same way that you feel about it, which is it's kind of like we're something like that. You kind of got to get a feel for it. But the point is, okay, stick to one subject and only one subject. So if I say ducks are blue because blue is a pretty color, now we got a problem. You see, the subject of the reason is different than the subject of the assertion. Ducks are blue because blue is a pretty color, you see?
Yeah.
The subject of, like, we started with the subject ducks and said that they're blue, but now we said something about the color blue, which is that it's pretty, right? So it's all about maintaining one subject throughout the 3 parts.
Okay.
And that seems to work out if you think in terms of pronouns, okay? Ducks are blue because they, okay? Ducks, they're blue because they are fast.
Got it. Yeah. Okay.
Anyone else? I don't hear any hands. Okay, so, no, the special class for, it's Alana, right? Who just asked, what do you say next?
Yes, that's her name. She's cooking.
That's okay. Okay, that's fine. I love it. I think it's great to cook while you do things like this. I'll tell you, when I did the ACI courses, you know, and some people roll different ways, okay? When I did the ACI courses, I did not, some people, they sat in a dark room with a single candle lit and a pen and a paper and, you know, and nothing else. And I listened through my life as I was on the bus and walking around and doing the dishes and it was just fun. Like I just listened for fun. It was like, that was my podcast. This is like pre-podcast days almost. Podcast was not a thing yet. So yeah, I think it's, yeah, wonderful. Okay, so Alana's class is called The Consequence, okay? In Tibetan, okay? Telngyur, say Telngyur. Sounded perfect. I didn't hear one of you. Telngyur, great, okay? Telngyur. It's impossible. It's not a, we don't make that sound. We don't make L's and then N's and then G's in English ever. Never, doesn't happen, okay? But now you do. Okay, Telngyur. You don't have to know this. You don't have to remember this. I only expect you to know 4 Tibetan terms, and they're the Chichir, Tamadrup, and Kalmajun. But, okay, Telngyur means consequence, okay? In Sanskrit, prasanga. This probably sounds familiar to many of you, this term. Okay, prasanga is what a prasangika does, okay? A prasangiker, okay? One who makes prasangas is a prasangiker, okay? Prasanga is the name of the highest part of the highest school in Buddhism, right? So you got your Vaibhashika, Sautrantika, Chidamatra, and Madhyamika, but then Madhyamika is split into Svatantrika and Prasangika. Okay, Svatantrika and Prasangika refers to 2 debaters' techniques, okay? Debater techniques, all right? Svatantrika, the debater technique, is if, let's say, for example, Tyler has this situation, okay, where he believes that all fruit are blue, okay? All fruit are blue, all right? And Tyler's just convinced that all fruit are blue, okay? And so Nick goes to Tyler and he's like, you know, Tyler, you know, think about all fruit, they couldn't possibly be blue because you got your bananas, you see? And Tyler goes and thinks about that. And that's like a Svatantrika, that's an independent syllogism or something they call it, okay? You try to say, come on, think about bananas, those are yellow. Grapes, you know, they can be bluish, but sometimes they're green, you know, so it doesn't make sense what you're saying, okay? Jane, on the other hand, comes to Tyler and she says, no, you're right, Tyler, you're right. Oranges are blue. And she leaves and that's the end. She goes home, she does something else, and Tyler's like, yeah, I told you. But he feels uncomfortable. And he goes home and he goes to bed and he wakes up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat and he says, oh my God, oranges are orange, okay? And this is considered to be a uniquely powerful way of debating with people, okay? There's more to it than that, and there's also this idea that if you're trying to explain to someone, if you're trying to explain to someone that things are empty, you see? If I tell Ilana to think about a duck, okay, and I want to tell her that duck is not self-existent, but every time I say to Ilana, think about a duck, you see, she sees a self-existent duck, and I'm talking about a duck that is not self-existent, you see, then do we share the same subject? And there's a rule about debate that you have to have the same subject, right? So if she's thinking about a self-existent duck, and I'm thinking about an empty duck, can we possibly be talking about the same thing? Maybe not, you see? And so what I'm gonna do, when I say, if I'm trying to convince Ilana that ducks are empty, okay? I'm gonna come to her and I'm gonna say, hey Ilana, consider ducks, they don't exist. Why don't they exist? Because in my mind, I'm considering Ilana's duck, you see? I'm assuming Ilana's duck, which is a self-existent duck, which doesn't exist. And then I'm gonna make arguments why ducks couldn't possibly exist because of the way Ilana thinks about ducks, okay? And you can spend a long time about this and you don't have to know this all, it's not that important, it's too much background, and you know, hang out with these sometimes somewhere else and we can debate what prasanga means, and but it means consequence, okay? It means consequence, all right?
That was so
okay.
cool.
Yeah, okay, cool. So consequence meaning, right? If it's true that all fruit are blue, oranges gotta be blue. Okay, oranges gotta be blue. That's the consequence. Would have to be. Okay, so let's remember a subject, assertion, and reason. Okay, and you are gonna learn a consequence to Tamadrup and a consequence to Kyabamajung. This is the next thing you're gonna say in the debate. Okay. Now we're gonna start with baby consequences, and this is how they do it in the debate round. Okay. They will call it, okay, a tell. Okay, you'll informally, you might call it a tell. Tell is short for what? Any guesses? Yeah, I saw at least one person mouth Telngir.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell is short for Telngir. Okay, tell. Okay, and they'll say Yimbar tell. Okay, or right, they'll say tell at the end of the thing. Yimbar tell. Oh, because it's like this. Okay, or sorry. So I guess it's like this, Yimbartel, okay, or Yobartel, okay? Tell short for Telngir, okay? So, for Tamadrup, okay? Oh, so I guess you're telling me one's not three. Okay, and you gotta be kind of a jerk about it. You tell me one's not three? Oh, so one's not three. One's not three, okay? You gotta make your opponent nervous for a second, okay? It's important. It may be obvious. This is gonna fulfill a few roles for you, okay? What you're gonna find is it's also gonna make sure that your opponent understands what they just said, because you're working with opponents who are gonna be using the words Tamadrup and Kyabamajung, who may have just forgotten what they mean, because they only just did a 4-part series on learning the 4 responses. And so saying this back to them will help to make sure that they got it right. So for example, Jane, are you with us? Oh, wait, I didn't. We'll use, I'm sorry. We'll use Jane. Go ahead. Jane, are you here?
Here.
Okay. Let's see. Computers are tall. What do you think? How do you feel about that?
Teacher. Why?
Good. Okay, yeah. Oh, you know, computers are tall because they're metal. Okay. Better yet, or I'm going to say, in fact, I should say, computers are tall because they are made of sour cream. I think that's the best approach. Computers are tall because they're made of sour cream. What do you have to say?
Tamadrup. Oh, so computers are, no.
Don't mind the Oso yet. You're not in Oso land. I'm in Oso land. Okay, just your same old Tamadrup. Okay, okay. Computers are tall because they're made of sour cream. You said Tamadrup, which means? Russell.
Computers aren't sour cream.
Yeah, computers aren't made of sour cream, right? Tamadrup, computers are not made of sour cream, okay? Okay, so what you're telling me, Jane, is computers aren't made of sour cream?
Duh.
Right, okay, that was my prasanga. You see, I gave her a prasanga. That's it, okay? That's it. You give the prasanga. When they say Tamadrup, when Jane says, computers aren't made of sour cream, okay, you say, oh, computers aren't made of sour cream, right? And she says, duh, right? It's treated like an assertion. That's perfect, okay? So, Kyabamajung, you're gonna have 2 for Kyabamajung, okay? Nick, are you here?
Yes.
Of course you are. Okay. Buildings are wet.
Teacher, why do you say that?
Buildings are wet because people live in them.
Kyabamajung, just because there is something that people live in, it is not wet.
Remember everybody. I want you to start your Kyabamajung with an affirmation, okay? I want you to start your translation of Kyabamajung with an affirmation, okay? So, again, buildings are wet because people live in them.
buildings are things that, or Kyabimajong, buildings are things that people live in, but something that people live in is not wet.
Yeah, great. I mean, yeah, sure. People live in buildings. That doesn't make them wet. Okay. Yeah. People live in buildings. That doesn't make them wet. Okay. Okay. So, two things I'm going to say to you. One. Okay. So, you're telling me, Nick, you think people live in buildings? Yeah. And there could be something, okay, that people live in that isn't wet.
Should I respond to that? Sorry.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, sure. That is why I'm
yes.
pausing for an unnecessarily long period of time. But yeah, right. Duh is fine. Right. You stick to your guns. Be brave. Yes, that's right. That's what I said. Okay. This is it. This is the prasanga. Okay. This is it for our new material for the day. Okay. So our job again. All right. We're going to remember our 3 relationships, okay? We're gonna do our breakout groups, all right? How many people do we have today? 12-ish? Stephen, is it you? Are you the master overlord group splitter breaker?
I got it.
Okay. Oh, Tyler's got it. Okay. What do you think? Sets of 3? 4 groups of 3, something like that?
I have to jump off for 15 minutes and like 5 minutes.
I think I'm going to do groups of 4.
Perfect. It's fine. Say again?
I'm going to do groups of 4 just to be safe.
Fine. It's not the end of the world if you end up with a group of 2. I think 3s are good. I think 3s are good because we have time. We're doing well.
Okay.
Is that okay? Anyway, let's do it. If you'll allow it. I think you said yes. You're still you cut out a little. Remember your 3 relationships. You want to try and come up with a correct reason. Okay? You want to try and come up with a correct reason, not the cockamamie silliness I've been feeding you so far. Okay? You want one that we're going to accept. You want one that we're going to agree to if you can muster it, if you can achieve it. All right? If you had one previously that you didn't get to and you want to try it and you can convince your teammates to go with it, whatever. And then Jane's group, you won't be able to avail yourself much of her services. Yeah, see if you can get her to say some real smart things to you real fast before she leaves you. All right, and we'll see you again in, 15 minutes, something like that?
Good, 15?
Yeah. Cool.
Right now. Amazing, we all made it back. It's a miracle. You're muted, Ben. You're like automatically muted once you get in after a breakout room.
I could take it. Cool. Okay. Look, and it's true, we only lost, no, Jane is here. Okay. Jane, I thought you were leaving us. Maybe you did. Did we
She
lose?
did. She just left her video on or something?
Yeah, she's just guiding a meditation for 3 joules. She should be back now.
Cool.
Any minute.
All right, rad. Okay. Perfect. It's Denise who we lost, right? She's not trapped in a breakout room somewhere, right?
No, she had to go.
Yeah, she had to bail out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. Okay, cool. Let's go down my magical list. Well, Aurora, you're so on my list. So I'm going to nominate you to present your group's syllogism to, let me go up to the top of the list here. Okay. Oh, well, to Sarah Blackburn. Okay. So just start, okay, Aurora, with your subject and assertion. Okay.
Okay.
Consider.
Okay.
No reason.
All right. Consider furry kittens. They are furry because they are born of furry cats.
Wait.
Sorry.
What's the subject?
Consider some furry kittens.
Consider some.
Consider some kittens.
Your teammates. Great. Consider some kittens. They're what?
Consider some kittens. They are furry because they're born of furry cats.
No reason. Keep your reason in your pocket. Okay.
Consider some kittens. They are furry.
Great. Stop. I can't mute you. Good. Perfect. Consider kittens. They're furry. Sarah, how do you feel about that?
Cheer. Why?
Cheer. Why would you say that? Good. Now you come in with your reason. Oh, kittens are furry because.
Some kittens are furry because they are born of furry cats.
Now, wait a minute. Did she just switch on you midstream?
Yeah.
One more time. Give your subject and assertion.
Sorry, I forgot that we had evolved it when we were in the group.
I'm being so difficult to you right now, Aurora. Don't worry about it. You're totally getting picked on. It's great, okay? And it's part of the thing, okay? It's such an essential part of debate that we're all giving each other a hard time here.
Okay.
Your subject is?
Okay. Consider some kittens. They are furry.
Great. Sarah, what do you think?
Cheer. Why?
Yeah, why? Cheer. Why would you say that?
Because they are born of furry cats.
What do you think, Sarah?
Tamadru. Oh no, sorry. Let me take that back. Kapamajun. Yes, some kittens are born of. Some furry kittens are born of furry cats, but just because something is born of a furry cat doesn't make it a furry kitten. I don't know.
Okay, who's gonna help? I need here. I'll go on my list. No, someone waved their hand. They're gonna help Sarah with translating Kapamajung. Tyler.
Right. Just because some kittens are born of
Start with an
cats.
affirmation.
That's right. Just because some.
No,
kittens.
start with an affirmation. I don't feel very affirmed when you say to me just because. I feel affirmed when you start a sentence with yes.
All right. Yes, some kittens are born of furry cats, but that doesn't mean that they're furry kittens.
That they're
furry.
Great. You see? Yeah, some kittens. Yeah, some kittens are born of furry cats. Sure. Some kittens are born of furry cats. Yeah, it did pass test 1. You see? Sure. Some kittens are born of furry cats. Okay. But that don't make them furry. Okay. That don't make them pass test 2 or 3. You see? Okay. Sure. All right. Now, today's content. Aurora, and this is a hard one because you have 2 jobs now. You have 2 prasangas to give. So this is where it gets hard.
Let me review Prasanga.
You see that you have 1 prasanga for Tamadru, and you have 2 prasangas for Kyabamajun. Does that jive with your notes? Here. I can even do this. I'm gonna reshare this. I'm gonna reshare this. I'm gonna come back over here. I'm gonna go over here and there this, and then this is it here. Okay. She said Kalamajong. Okay. She said, yeah. Some kittens are born of furry cats, but that don't make them furry.
So I could say, is the correct thing to say then, oh, so there could be a kitten that isn't born of a furry cat?
First, you got to say the first one. You have to say both of these. Okay. First, you have to say the first one.
Oh, so kittens aren't born of furry cats? Furry kittens aren't born of furry cats?
I apologize. When I say first, you got to say the first one. I mean, first, you got to say the first one for Kalamajong.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
I'm Canadian.
That's got to be the problem.
Oh, so furry kittens. Okay.
Oh, so. Yeah. Flip.
Okay. Oh, so some kittens aren't? Oh, so some furry kittens aren't born of furry cats?
She accepts it. Yeah. So you're saying, right? You get up in Sarah's face and you say, Sarah, do you have the nerve? Are you telling me you actually have the nerve to tell me that you think, okay, that kittens are born of furry cats? Now, why would you get in her face about that? You're the one who just said that, okay? But you're probably trying to trick her. And if you're not trying to trick her about this, you're trying to trick her about something else, okay? So even if you're not trying to trick her about this, you're trying to trick her about whether or not you're trying to trick her about this, okay? So you said, consider some kittens. They're furry because they're born of furry cats. And Sarah said, Kalamajong, yeah, some kittens are born of furry cats, but that don't make them furry. And you're gonna say, oh, so you accept that some kittens are born of furry cats?
Right. Okay. So you accept that some kittens are born of furry cats. Some kittens are born of furry cats. You believe that?
Yes.
I like that. Okay, some kids are born of furry cats. You believe that. That's something you believe. Yeah, great. Beautiful. Good. That felt slightly antagonistic, and that makes me happy. She said, what? You said yes or no. Did you stick to your guns, Sarah?
I did, yes.
You did. Okay. Well, then, what are you going to say next, Ilana?
Me? Ilana.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, not Ilana. I apologize. Aurora.
Similar. Okay. So there could be a furry kitten that is not born of a furry cat.
Well, now wait. There could be something which is born. You see the reason? Born of a furry cat.
Okay, so there could be something born of a furry cat that isn't a furry kitten.
That isn't furry.
That isn't furry.
Yeah. Some kittens. Furry. Because born of furry cats. Furry. Because born of furry cats. Some kittens. Born of furry cats. Some kittens. Furry. You see? This is your 1 and your 2 and your 3. Okay? So, Sarah, you're saying that you think some kittens are born of furry cats. Is that right?
Yes.
But there could be something that's born of a furry cat that's not furry?
Duh. That's
Like
right.
what? Sure. Got an example?
Do I have to only respond with those 4 things?
Nah. You
Can
can
I
give
tell
it.
you, like, what if it had a genetic disorder where it was like hairless?
Yes, this was a concern of ours. Yeah, totally. Yeah, could be an issue. Could be an issue. So now I want you to
Ben, I actually
Yes.
have a question.
Great.
Hopefully I don't break up. My laptop has been a little crappy. It's kind of a practical question. As the defender, I don't fully understand why I would deliberately, like, so there's 2 parts of the Prasanga. Why do I necessarily have to give up the first one? That seems like I'm unnecessarily giving up ground.
Because you didn't say. Because you
because
didn't
what?
say. Because you did not say Thamadru.
So
You see?
to rephrase the question differently, what if I am a challenger against somebody who just who refuses to play this particular format. Like they say the equivalent of Kappa Mahjong, and then I say, oh, so you're saying that the subject is the reason? And they say, no, I didn't say that. I just said that the fact that it's the reason doesn't make it the assertion. Like, how do you respond in that situation?
In our system, okay, Tamadrup always precedes Kappa Mahjong, okay? In our system, Tamadrup always precedes Kappa Mahjong. If they're both, okay, if they say ducks are blue because they're airplanes, you do not say Kappa Mahjong, okay? Even though it's true that just because something's an airplane doesn't make it blue. That's true. Not all airplanes are blue. It's true. But you're going to say Tamadrup. You're going to say Tamadrup. And that's going to make the debate go faster, okay? And that's part of our system, okay? Tamadrup always precedes, okay? If you think you could say Tamadrup or Kappa Mahjong, you always say Tamadrup first, okay? In our system, you always say Tamadrup first, okay? So that when you say Kappa Mahjong, you have tacitly assented, okay? You have tacitly accepted the first relationship. Okay, so it gives you more to say. It means that your speech is condensed. It means that you have offered more information in saying Kappa Mahjong than you otherwise would have given. All right, it's not the case that everyone does that, by the way. Okay, some schools will not always give precedence to Tamadrup, but in our immediate lineage we do. Okay, so Kappa Mahjong always means I specifically chose not to say Tamadrup. All right? So you are giving the person, yes, I agree that if something, okay, is some kittens, okay? Yes, I agree, some kittens are born of furry cats. Yes, I agree, some kittens are born of furry cats. But just because something's born of a furry cat doesn't make it furry. Okay?
Okay.
So now I want you to do for Tamadrup. Okay, so if you say Tamadrup, what if you had wanted to say Tamadrup instead, Sarah? What would you have said? You're muted, I think. I hope.
I would have said, or I would have said, Tamadrup. Some kittens are not born of cats, right?
Furry cats.
Furry cats.
Yeah, Tamadrup. Some kittens aren't born of furry cats. Okay, and then Aurora, you have to give the consequence response for her to Tamadrup. You're either muted or thinking.
Both.
So you're telling me 1 isn't 3?
So you're telling me that.
The subject.
All right, give me 1 second.
Okay. Picking on you, I know.
So you're telling me that a furry kitten.
Some kittens.
That some furry kittens are not born of furry cats?
You just said some kittens. You're telling me some kittens, right, aren't born of furry cats? And it's a problem. I mean, you picked a hard one, you know, because you guys picked some kittens. It's going to be super confusing. Right. You know, that's super hard. And this is how we learn this lesson. You see how to streamline your debates. If you pick some kittens, yeah, some kittens aren't born of furry cats. You know, that's true. All right, that's going to be a problem. All right, and this is how you whittle down and getting some kittens are, some kittens aren't. So she's right. Could you both be right? It's problematic. I'm going to pick on 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Who's on my list? My list got a little bit out of order here. All right, Tyler. Who's in your group?
Me, Rachel, and Nick.
Wow, okay. All-star group. Can I pick on Rachel? Rachel, I feel like you have gotten to say the least over the last 2 classes. Can I pick on you?
You're gonna present our super hard one. You should just go with it.
I want to pick on you, Rachel, if I can. Can you present it? Good. Okay, so, and you're going to present it to, let me see, who's due? Oh, Hannibal is so due.
I feel kind of, okay, we'll see what you think of this. Maybe you don't want to do it.
I'm open. Hannibal, what do you think? Are you ready? Are you game?
I will do my best against Rachel's laser mind.
Oh, man. Well, we'll see.
Okay. Subject and assertion only to start, if you would, Rachel.
Okay. Consider your future enlightened self.
Uh-oh.
I know, I feel like an asshole now. I thought that was like a private date.
Asshole.
Now sorry. Consider your future enlightened self. They do not exist.
What do you think?
First of all, wait, so they is, you're being formal, you're being...
I'll say he because we're talking about you.
Okay. So.
But I don't want to make assumptions about your enlightenment status.
I don't know. Yeah, the question about enlightened beings and their pronouns.
Yeah, I'll take they. I think my enlightened self would like to be called they.
I feel like that's correct.
Yeah, agreed.
Consider your future enlightened self. They do not exist.
Teacher. Oh, sorry. Why?
Yeah, why? Teacher. Why?
Yeah, why? Teacher. Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Or in this case, why not? Right?
Yeah, teacher. Why not?
Technically, the translation of translation is always contextual, right? So in this case, teacher translates as why not? Okay. What do you think? Why not, Rachel?
Because they're not here now. Because you're not because they're not, I forget which one we landed on. Because they're not here now.
I think we said because you're not enlightened now. I think
it was either because they're not here now or because you're not enlightened right now.
Someone hit the buzzer. Someone's going to hit the buzzer and tell me what.
Because you're not enlightened right now.
Consider your future enlightened self. Mm-hmm. They don't exist because
you're not enlightened now.
Because they and you.
Hannibal, I'll slip you the $50 I promised you later.
What are
Yes, right. We have a rule of Evan violation. Yeah, good. Start your reason with because they. You see, not because you. They. You see, your subject is your future enlightened self. Mm-hmm. Okay, but now you've made a new subject for the reason, which is you that isn't enlightened. You're not enlightened.
Yeah.
They aren't here because you're not enlightened. You have 2 different subjects. Okay, but you can make it work. Okay. Especially if you start your reason with a they. They ain't here. Now, they don't exist because they ain't here now. If you like, you don't have to stick to that. But I strongly recommend a they to chase the they from your assertion.
Consider your future enlightened self. They do not exist because they aren't here now.
God bless. What do you think, Hannibal? While you're thinking about it, I'm gonna segue to saying the other rule that we've broken, that I should have reiterated, all right? Which is that I mostly want us to stick to syllogisms, okay?
I'm so sorry.
But it's okay, it's okay. God forbid we all learn something. We're gonna try it and we're gonna try and see it through anyway. It's a hard topic, okay? And mostly while you're learning to get reps, I don't want you to worry about whether or not you actually accept that enlightened beings in the future are here now. it's a great thing to worry about, okay? And I'm game, right? Catch me any other time. And in fact, in this time, you've caught me this time, and we're gonna run with it, okay? But it's gonna be a pain in the ass, but it's fun. So Hannibal, did I stall enough time for you?
No, I'm still.
It doesn't. Just pick one. You're gonna pick one of the two responses, and we'll just see how it flies, man. You know,
So I'm either gonna do Tamadrup or Kiapamajung.
You're gonna end up doing both anyway.
Okay, so let's start with Tamadrup.
I like it. It's as bad as you're feeling it's gonna be.
Tamadrup, my future enlightened self isn't here now. What? I'm completely confused.
That was her reason. Unfortunately, it's your future enlightened self is not here now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which would be Tamadrup. My future enlightened self is here now. You see? Right? She said...
True.
Say again?
No, I just said true.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
She said future enlightened self, it doesn't exist because it's not here. They don't exist because they're not here now. Okay? Sorry, we agreed on the pronoun they, not it. Okay?
Yeah.
Because they're not here now. And you said Tamadrup are so here now. Okay, because Tamadrup amounts to, no, they're not here now. Okay? So yeah, they are so here now. Okay? Rachel, what do you have to say to him?
I don't know what to say in the format. Do I make another logical statement?
Look, it's on the screen, basically. Okay? Oh, so one...
Oh, I just say, oh, so your enlightened self is here right now?
Yeah, look, let's look so dismissive. That was wonderful. Exactly right. Yeah, good. That's what I'm looking for. Okay? Hannibal, what are you going to say?
Duh.
Yeah, duh. What did I stutter? Yeah, good. Great. Yeah, good. Okay, good. Super. Now I want you to try Kiapamajung instead, Hannibal.
Oh, okay. Kiapamajung, my future enlightened self is here now, but just because, what's that?
That's not what she said. Unfortunately, not only did she pick Dharma, but she picked a negative reason, which makes your life difficult, okay? But she already said that it
So
isn't
which is why I'm saying is here now.
Yeah, unfortunately, she didn't say is here now.
Okay, so I should say is not here now.
Oh, no, it's worse.
Oh.
I agree your future enlightened self. I agree my future enlightened self isn't here now. Because that's what she said. She said it isn't. And first part of Kiapamajung is accepting her test one, her first relation.
Oh, I see. Okay. So, Kiapamajung, my future enlightened self isn't here now, but just because something isn't here now doesn't mean that it doesn't exist.
Yeah, good, right. Yeah, Kiapamajung, sure. My future enlightened self isn't here right now, but that doesn't mean it don't exist. They
don't exist.
Right. Yeah, right. Yeah, sure. My future enlightened. No, you had it right. I had it right. I misgendered her. Sorry. Yeah, good.
Double negatives and gender pronouns.
Yeah. Oh boy. That's the first time that particular problem has come up. But I would accept that. Yeah, gender pronouns are. When we came up to the rule of Evan originally, that was not particularly a subject that we were learning to work with, but it's helpful. So great. Now, what are we doing on time? We're pushing it. We don't really have time to completely do this to another person, but we'll do it fast and furious instead. Give me a representative from a group that didn't go.
I didn't say the rebuttal.
Here's the thing. You want to actually have this debate right now.
Oh, I don't mind. I just thought I don't mind.
Oh, sure. You're right. Yeah. Thank you. Right. You mean you didn't say your prasanga?
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. No, you're absolutely right. Please.
Okay, I'll try it. So Hannibal, you agree that your future enlightened self is not here right now. And you agree.
Wait. You gotta wait for him to respond.
Oh, sorry.
Say it again.
I think that was a duh. He's muted.
I think it was.
Say it again and be a little more antagonistic. Rachel.
Say it one more time.
Oh, me? Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, so Hannibal, you agree that your future enlightened self isn't here right now.
Duh. No, I don't want to say that.
You do. She got it right. It's good. But it's good. She's making you uncomfortable by saying back to you what you said, which for now is kind of point in a prasanga.
Okay.
You know? For now, we kind of want it to be. The prasanga is that. I mean, the prasanga is that. It's saying back to you basically what you just said, or sometimes what you just implied in a way that makes you uncomfortable. So good. It did make you uncomfortable. I don't blame you. It ain't comfortable. What's the other prasanga?
Rachel, you make me feel uncomfortable.
Whoa.
Best of possible ways.
So Hannibal, there could be a thing. Wait. So Hannibal, you agree there could be a being that doesn't exist. Is that right? There could be a being that doesn't exist right now.
Wouldn't you say a future you, or is it being?
What's your reason? What was your reason? Because pronoun.
Consider your future enlightened self. They don't exist because they're not here right now. Okay, so there could be a thing that isn't here right now that exists. Or there could be an omnipresent thing.
No, what? God's sake, don't say that. Sure, but it could be, you see, that could be a prasanga, right? That could be your prasanga. But for now, it's not. We're making it super simple for now. By we, I mean everyone except Rachel, okay? Are making it super simple right now. But that could well be your response. Your response might be, oh, so there's an omnipresent thing? To which Hannibal or me would likely say, what do you mean omnipresent thing? You know, and you would say, oh, something that is everywhere, even when it's not here, or something. Who knows where it would go? Okay. This one's hard. Okay. The point, all right, of this one, and we got to stop because it's whatever o'clock it is, wherever you are right now. But it's the right o'clock to stop. The prasanga that you gotta do it. When you practice this on your own, you gotta do it, okay? It helps you know what's going on. It helps your partner know what they just said in Tibetan. It helps you double verify with each other where you are in the debate right now. And we will continue for Alana's sake next week with what you say after that. Okay? And that's it. And then I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I will bid you adieu until next week. And it's been a joy. And keep chatting in the chatty face room. It just makes me happy, even, you know, when I can't come and play with you. But eventually I'll get to come and play with you. And
Rachel,
I hope
is that the Earl debate?
Say again?
Yeah, and Earl just like appeared for it. How long have you been here? Anyways.
He's always been here, Rachel.
Maybe he's Hannibal's future enlightened self.
My favorite debate. One of them.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you, Ben.
Thanks very much,
Thank
Ben.
you.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Thank you. That
Thanks
was
everyone
so
for
good.
Great
participating.
to see everybody.
That was fun.
That was so good.
Ben, is there any chance you'll ever teach Tibetan?
Sure, I sometimes teach Tibetan. Yeah, we could do it. Yeah, sure.
That'd be so cool.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
What do you need, like, to do that? What's your
What's your cost?
what's your cost? Yeah, exactly.
Free. We'll work it out. Let's survive this thing, and then yeah, we could talk about it. Let's talk about it. You know, wherever enough people are gathered to want to do it, you know, I'll do a thing. Let's talk about it then.
Great.
Especially if we're all still stuck in the ethers. I think it's really nice if you have people near you who can teach you the thing in person. But I'm available to you. I encourage you to have people in person that you can do stuff with. But I'm it's for me. So if you know, if I'm needed from you know, my perch in the ethers, I will gladly oblige. Ooh, let's talk about it then. Let's finish this thing first though, and then we'll talk about the next thing. Okay, yeah.